When I was in Australia, several people came up to me to express how upset they were that you always wore Sydney Roosters hats on the podcast.
Sorry.
So I got a collection of jerseys.
Oh, look at you wearing. You're wearing a Sea Eagles jersey.
So I got right now on episode 301, my first one back, I had a Brisbane Broncos jersey. And
how many people hate you right now?
I also got the Manly Sea Eagles, which apparently is a super hated team.
Yeah.
I wore this also while I was down there and was like, oh, come on.
We were talking before the podcast. I guess they're like the rich team. And so I'm like, oh, they're like the Yankees. And Barbara's like, they're the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I'm like, wrong sport.
It's one of those, it's like one of those examples.
The wrong sport.
It's an example of a team.
I know, but I don't know if we know. I don't know hockey. I know the Stars and...
I say Toronto Maple Leafs because to me that's a team where everybody hates them except the fans of that team.
I got to point out that some company in Australia named Radial apparently stole American Airlines logo. What is it? Oh, I can only see it from the other side.
It's AAA radiators.
It's AAA radiators.
Okay.
But yeah, right there. That's American.
We should do it. We should get jerseys.
On your one shoulder, I can only see the two A's.
It's hard to see
like
from
a
my
NASCAR
massive
driver.
bicep.
We should.
Oh, don't laugh that hard. Jesus.
We should get jerseys that have all of our sponsors on them and just wear them while we sit here.
I've never heard her laugh that honestly before.
Wow.
Manly Sea Eagles is actually Ashley's team. That's one she follows.
Apparently, ISIS renamed themselves to Soft Card. Not Cosby.
I thought you meant the terrorist organization. I was thinking they did what?
Dude, did you hear about the guy here in Texas who sold his truck and it ended up in Syria?
Really?
So some plumbing company, some guy like who owned his plumbing company sold an old like F-250 or whatever. It went to an auction place and then it got sold like multiple times. It ended up in a photo of some terrorist, like ISIS terrorist in Syria shooting like cannons out the back of it.
It still has his company
logo. It has the logo and the phone number on the door.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it
absolutely
says like
does.
Mark 1 Plumbing, and then it's got the phone number. It's like I think it's like out of Conroe or Lufkin.
Yeah, it's here in Texas, but
Are you
so
serious?
and they still use that number.
And there's a giant machine gun in the back of the truck now. And you see these guys just firing it.
Yeah, and so he's getting like death threats and stuff because people are calling it because they're thinking that he has something to do with it.
That's like the ultimate bad luck Brian right there, right?
Oh, okay, we sold the truck to you guys, and oh man.
Okay,
I'm gonna bitch for a minute.
What?
Well, this is a first.
I saw a phone commercial with the stupidest feature ever.
What?
It's been running for a while.
What would be a dumb phone feature, Jack?
Dumb phone feature.
You can talk to people.
I won't say what it is, but I'll talk about it.
It'd be like a touch screen on the back.
I've been watching this commercial for a while before I finally realized what it was.
Let me think about this. Barb, think about this. What's a bad phone feature that Gus would hate?
That Gus would hate.
There's a lot of stuff I hate.
Like dumb as in useless or...
See,
I don't
know. Even like text to speech or something like that. Like
to me, it's like once we got a phone that has a camera on the front of it, like we dedicated the camera to the front of the fucking thing, so we can take photos of ourselves. That's the end of civilization. We all act like it's a totally normal thing.
Wait till you hear my feature then.
Good Lord.
What is
What's
it? Now I need
this?
to know.
It shoots video through both cameras at the same time, so you can film something and be filming your reaction simultaneously.
Fucking A.
Wow.
Whoever watches a video and thinks, I wonder what the camera person's face looked like when they were filming this.
That's every Let's Play ever, other than ours.
Home movies with Let's Play, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like you can comment and react to what you're filming as you film it.
So how would it just take two separate videos?
Gus is upset by that.
There you go.
I think it was an HTC phone.
Would it take two separate videos,
I think
or would you?
I don't know. I did not research any further. I saw that and I got really angry and I immediately had to start drinking. I was going to drink anyway, I'll be honest with you.
The only thing I could see that being useful for is, when, for example, achievement hunters filming themselves play something like if the person's filming and playing something with the other person physically, like ping pong or something, and like getting both sides of it without having to like flip the camera each time. You know what I mean?
guess so. Just don't do that. Just play ping pong.
Or get someone else to film it.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a shitload of GoPros now. We're just going to get the head straps and everyone's going to start wearing them around. Then we're going to have Let's Plays of just going to work and everyday life.
Here's the problem with that, is that the GoPro is that when you guys interact with each other, you're all going to have the GoPros on your head.
Yeah.
So it's going to look...
It's going to look so dumb.
Or it's just going to just seeing somebody with the GoPro on. You have this vision, it's going to be, so you'll see what our office like, except everyone will have a camera shot. That additional aesthetic.
Have you seen like the motorcycle guys who wear helmets that have like 4 GoPros? There's like one facing on the side, one on the top, and then one backwards. They have like a shit ton of cameras all over them.
Yeah.
We should do that.
I like when the MotoGP guys like put cameras on the side. They go so fucking low on those turns. It's just like, it's frightening. that red and white striped. If I'm ever on a track with that red and white stripe on the side, I know I'm gonna die. I'll just jump off the motorcycle and die right away.
Yeah, I don't have. Is this the camera?
Yeah. Oh my
All
god.
right, we have the
So
camera
there,
up.
it's one video that's split.
Oh, it's split on the middle.
Yeah.
I
So
thought
the
it was
left
so
side is one
dumb.
view and the right side's the other view.
Oh, not only that, they're both vertical, which is even worse.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fucking bookmark this podcast because we don't know what this is called and we're making fun of it. Everyone's gonna be making these things
Like
in
with the selfie?
in 2 years. Yeah. And it'll be like, they were talking about split vids back in
Split vids.
back in 2014. They didn't know what it was called.
It's gonna be called split vids.
Fuck split vids.
Fuck split
split
vids.
vids.
Fucking
Yeah.
stay off it.
That's
I
what-
bet somebody Instagram is like, fuck, and they're like coding for that right now.
Yep.
I guarantee.
So you've got a hybrid and you've got a fully electric car.
It's fully electric.
That's awesome. I'm so jealous of your car. Is there another Tesla out there too? Like I think someone over the building next to us also owns a Tesla.
haven't
Or are
seen
you
it.
parking in their parking
I saw
spots?
one-
There better not be. Oh,
saw-
you mean sound check?
Yeah.
I totally park in their parking spot.
Oh, okay.
They put that thing where they put like sound check on there. I'm like, fuck you guys. What are you you making laws with spray paint? Go fuck yourselves.
Spray paint is 9/10
I
the law.
never,
That is
I
true.
never, like when I had my truck and they have, like at Best Buy, when they have parking for fuel efficient vehicles, zip right in there. I go,
What
that
about
thing's
like
awesome.
what
I
about,
guess,
Of course
mileage.
you would.
what about like an HEB where they have like the parking for pregnant women, pregnant or expecting mothers?
That affects people for real. I'm okay with that.
That's why I bring an
What
extra
about-
pillow with me every
What
day.
about if you're by yourself and there's a family parking spot?
What's that?
Family parking.
I don't mess with people parking, like handicapped people or
I
family.
will park all over family parking.
Will you really?
Oh yeah.
I have a family. We all have
I got a
families.
family. My wife. I got some dogs.
I got a mom and a dad. We're a full family.
I'll park in family parking. I don't care.
Yeah, but I don't fuck around with.
What
You know
about
what they
driving in the
need?
carpool lane?
What do they need, Bernie?
I learned this in 1990 when I was working at the fucking mall.
24 years ago.
But yeah, they need to have fucking parking for the employees because I would show up at the mall for my job. The mall opens at 9. I'd show up at 8:30, and all the spots, like the first 50% of the parking lot by the door, was already taken. And even as a teenager, basically, it was like, well, that's clearly misdesigned. Of course, the employees from the mall show up before anybody else, and they all park closest to the
Now,
door.
see, I worked at a mall when I was growing up, and they forced us to park as far, like after a certain, like curb or whatever, like as you go up to kind of like surrounded areas. So they made you park like past the third one, and you have to walk in.
Third.
Yeah, well, it's like because like where the little the trees come out, whatever, and there's parking spots, and a little tree comes out more.
Oh, you have a little culvert or
yeah. So you have to
boulevard
to
thing?
park past a certain.
I
one.
always assumed there was just employee parking at malls in some place I didn't
No,
know
they
about.
just park at the in the
Yeah,
parking
they park
lot.
under the mall.
Shut the fuck up.
They
I don't know, like
They
somewhere
carpool in a
behind.
helicopter and they jump out. You made fun of my biceps. I'm gonna make fun of you now.
You made fun of your biceps. I disagree.
I would love it to work at the mall. You had to live at the mall. Like they all go to sleep at night. They all go to the mattress store
Yeah.
and sleep, or they're all sleeping in those massage chairs.
Is that what you would try to trick Becca into if she worked at the mall?
No. That was at a convention. We tried to convince Becca she had to sleep in the booth.
I committed a Christmas foul this year.
What'd you do?
I'm gonna fess up to it. My
Show
wife and
up
I have
at
been
9
married
Did Esther
for-
say don't buy me
for
anything
many
and you
years.
didn't buy her anything? 'Cause that's bad.
No, we've been through don't buy me anything. We don't buy each other stuff for our birthdays or for Christmas. I bought her 2 presents this year
Oh,
for
no,
Christmas.
Gus.
And I was like, listen, I know you're gonna be really angry. I bought you some presents. Don't buy me anything.
Oh no.
Don't do
Now you
it.
get
See,
it.
I did
Negative.
that to you.
Yeah, then
She
you did that
feels
to me.
super
And it was
guilty.
like, I know the pain.
Kind of jumping on the back of that, the one thing that does suck, I have a birthday that is a week and a half after Christmas.
Yeah.
And so I get that bullshit, this is your Christmas and birthday gift. It's like, awesome, thank you. Oh, it's
It's not even the same month. People shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the 18th of January, so I get the same thing he
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
But then you have friends who have like birthdays over the summer and they're like, yeah, look at all this stuff I got. It's like, awesome, a new bike. That's great.
My parents should have pulled out. Waited a little longer. You
Wait.
know what I'm talking about.
So, what is just off the top of your head, right away, all your entire life, Hanukkah gifts, Christmas gifts, what's the best gift you ever got?
Super Nintendo.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Really?
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Because I think everybody has like the quintessential gift they remember getting.
I remember the smell. To this day.
Yeah.
God, what was that? 24 years ago, 23 years
Jesus.
ago. I remember the smell opening up that package.
Dude, I remember the sound of Super Mario World when you put that thing in. That dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. That smell. It's like all electronics.
Yeah.
You should sell that as cologne. It's called like Asian Factory.
They probably do. You wanted that grass cologne and you ended up getting a whole bunch of that stuff. So
I did. I got grass and sawdust.
I'm sure they have new electronic cologne somewhere you can buy.
Do you know what the best smelling cologne out of that batch of colognes that I got was?
Dirt?
It was dirt.
Yeah. No, that one was awesome.
The dirt Dirt cologne was awesome. I still have that.
You should wear it
I
more
still have
often.
it. Sawdust was not good. I love the smell of sawdust, and it just.
I think the grass. I don't know if it made the move from the old office to this office. I had that one on my desk for a while.
Is that who I gave it to you?
Yeah, yeah.
It just smelled green to me.
Yeah.
It didn't smell like grass necessarily.
What was your best gift, Barbara?
I can't think of one.
Really?
Like my parents have always been very generous and got me and my brothers great presents every year for our birthdays or whatever. But when I moved to Austin, they helped me buy a car, which I think is like the nicest gift.
That's cool.
Because like that was a huge help when I, getting on your feet and stuff, being able to afford a car is really helpful.
Absolutely.
For that long commute from across the street?
Exactly. Came in handy now, though.
It does come in handy now.
Mine was
Go ahead.
the Playmobil pirate ship.
Maybe a pirate.
When I was like 5 or 6, I just like it was. I remember it cost my parents like $50. I was like, oh my god, that's like the greatest thing ever. It's like just I see it in stores occasionally, and I'm like, I'm totally gonna buy that again. It was awesome.
That's what actually got you on that.
That's on the pallet.
On the pallet.
Yeah, big
It's
version.
an actual pirate ship.
Giant version of it.
What kind of perfume or scent do you like on women? Like, what do you prefer your ladies to smell like?
Whatever Katie wears.
Oh, yes, smart man.
I knew he was going to
Smart
say
man.
that.
I don't know what. It's Mark Echo. Mark Jacobs Daisy.
Daisy.
Mark
That's the one.
Jacobs. Jacobs by Mark Jacobs in association with Mark Jacobs. You ever seen that?
The Jacobs brand.
Oh god,
Yeah.
there's like a tag he did one time that was like
It had his name like 4 times.
No, I think it was more than 4.
it was like over and over again. It was like Kanye levels of like self promotion. It was incredible.
I'm actually allergic to most perfumes.
Oh,
so I
really?
prefer
Go
no,
fucking figure.
no perfume.
But-
No, we've had the discussion about like the deodorant, right? Like you
yeah,
can't
oh
wear-
my God. Don't get me started
Why
on
don't
deodorant.
I
you
wear
just
perfume.
say you're allergic to fun? And it's just like everything that falls in a
Perfumes
fun
aren't
category.
fun.
Perfumes aren't fun. They're a blast. You know what you're fucking missing because you're allergic.
Let me get you some perfume for Christmas.
It's perfume.
I wear perfume, though, and we work together.
It's okay.
Okay.
I can deal with it.
I wear normal
I would
now.
let you know if it was a problem.
Okay.
Ashley wears vanilla, and I like that a lot. She wears something that's vaguely vanilla scented.
I appreciate the fact that you wear perfume because our office smells really nice.
Yeah, it
compared to
does.
some of the other offices.
That's
in this
a
building.
very common comment when people walk in. It smells nice in here.
Yeah, dude,
And I'm
walk
like,
in
it's not
the Achievement Hunter
Gus.
office.
It's not me.
Michigan's $1.98.
Hey,
Springfield, Missouri,
Me, it would smell
$1.89.
like balls and sweat.
where's that
the
cologne? Sweaty ball.
Yeah, you guys should make a cologne and sell it in
There
the
you
store.
go.
The Achievement Hunter cologne.
we have some Achievement Hunter vinegar in there already, so yeah.
You guys been getting vinegary?
Yeah, we get
lately?
vinegar here. Oh, dude, Ryan, man.
Been working together a long time.
Oh, yeah, did you see the shenanigans video that
was
we put out?
so
Hey, you guys
funny.
premiered a
Oh,
new show, technically.
God.
I walked in the middle of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
yeah.
you guys were doing that and walked out. So
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
It was. I was nervous for our safety when Ryan was coming back in. Thank God Michael was smart enough to actually grab his gamer tag, his old gamer tag before that happened.
I saw Jeff coming out of the bathroom. And our bathrooms are outdoors, like in a separate building, basically. I have to leave the studio to use the bathroom. Thank God, because we have too much recording equipment in here. And I was walking across the parking lot. He comes out of the bathroom, and he comes out of the bathroom like this. I go, dude, that is the happiest I've ever seen anybody come out of a bathroom. And he goes, oh, we're fucking with Ryan right now. He was giddy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen. I always love pranks. I just love that kind of stuff. I think it's a weird kind of like compliment when you go out of your way to establish like some kind of really well orchestrated, architected prank on somebody.
I'll remember that, Burnie.
What?
I'll remember
like
that.
quotes in AIM chat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. God.
And like sticking with it, and like we're all dedicated to sending Gus these quotes in AIM chat.
I remember that.
Yeah.
See,
or
I'm
like
always,
following Gavin all the way through PAX East, waiting for him to turn around so I kick a shoe at him.
I'm always nervous about pranks that I'm going to take it too far by accident. Like I'm going to be the guy who brings it to the next level and like unintentionally, and then it's like, oh, that was actually too far. I'm sorry. And then so I'm like, I try to stay out of it. It's like someone pranks me. It's like, all right,
What are
whatever.
you talking about?
No, that's the thing. Like I do my best not to prank people because I get nervous that like I would do something that would piss someone off, legitimately piss someone off. Like
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how to control myself.
It's like Jack's like at a sleepover. It's like, hey, you were sleeping, so we got a plate with warm water in it, and then drowned your dog in it.
See, that
about
sounds
this.
amazing. I shouldn't do that.
Did we show the Marc Jacobs label?
I don't know
Jacobs
if
by
they have
Marc
it- they have
Jacobs
it pulled
for
up.
Mark by Marc Jacobs in collaboration with Marc Jacobs for Mark by
By Marc Jacobs. Was at the bottom there.
Yeah, so thanks to BMills191 on Twitter
Good
for
Lord.
tweeting.
That's
that photo.
amazing.
Part of it's cut off. What, is there anything at the bottom?
No, it's just this.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Dude, you got to self-promote.
Marc Jacobs.
Awesome.
Got to market yourself out there
Got a Marc Jacobs.
to people who have already purchased your clothing.
It's like, who sold
Well,
this to me?
If they're in, I'm not sure. They're at the store. They look at the label, like, oh, Oh, totally.
Who did this?
Mark Jacobs.
I used to work at a store called the Houston Trunk Factory in Houston, and then I got transferred to a bag and baggage. It was
that's right. You're a big luggage guy. I remember that.
That's one of my first jobs was selling luggage.
Yeah.
Was there a Houston Trunk Factory in the Galleria?
There was.
Yeah, I remember that
I think
store.
that was the main one. It was awesome.
There's a bag and baggage in the mall here, and it looks like it's like from 1980. It hasn't changed.
My luggage broke at the worst time possible.
Uh-oh.
When we were overseas, we had just landed in Brisbane. We literally landed in a natural disaster. I don't know if you heard us talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hail.
I got off the plane, got my bag off of the belt, and then one of the wheels did that thing where it just stopped rolling. And it's like I was walking through the airport, leaving a black streak on the sidewalk behind me, and it's just making that awful squeaking sound like, motherfucker.
I'm guessing it was a big bag, too.
Yeah, it was one of the big bags.
That happened to me at PAX Prime when we went out there. Actually, I went with Esther to buy my new luggage. So, yeah, oddly enough. Maybe it's her doing it. No, my luggage came out.
In cahoots.
My luggage came out of the carousel, and they put the wheel next to it. Like it was like the wheel by itself, and then my luggage. I was like, oh.
See, at least yours is still on.
No, it was.
Oh, no, at least his was still on. Sorry, yours get
Yeah, mine literally started to like carry my.
That's way
just
worse.
Like, damn, and so, but the new luggage I have is I've had it since, and then actually I bought the other luggage to match it because it's a really good piece of luggage.
I hate buying luggage.
Someone almost took my
I feel
luggage.
like it's a scam every time I buy a piece of luggage.
What?
We were talking about gifts, and my parents for graduation gave me luggage.
Oh, really?
Which I thought was a bad message of like,
Move out.
you're graduated, get all your stuff, put it in this, and leave.
You can only take what you can fit into this one bag.
Yeah,
and then you're out.
You have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of a rough deal. So I would ever hear about luggage as getting new luggage like that. I always think about like my parents giving me luggage.
Oh.
And, like
And then you worked for a
there.
luggage store.
no, I worked for the luggage store before I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they knew of your passion for luggage.
Wait, you worked for a luggage store before you were in high school?
No, before that it was when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So before I graduated. I worked at a sub shop and then I worked at the luggage place.
Worked at a
Living the
Blimpie,
dream.
right?
I went to work. Actually, I went to work at Blimpie. Then I went to work at Babbage's, and then went from Babbage's to Bag and Baggage.
What's Babbage?
It was
Babbage is like EB Games
Oh.
or like GameStop. I guess EB Games doesn't exist in the U.S. anymore either. So
I applied to work at a movie theater when I was like 15, ready to work. And they put me in the Burger King in the movie theater.
really,
And I was like, great, I'm so happy I applied at the movie theater to work in fast food. Super. I was there for 3 years.
really,
Jesus.
Yeah.
oh my god, that
I know how to
sucks.
make a mean Whopper.
Do you?
Do you know how to
God.
make a nice Whopper?
If I worked at Burger King, you know what I would do all the time if I worked at Burger King? I would go up to where they make the fries, and when there's fries in it, I put one onion ring in each one. 'Cause that's like the best thing that ever happens to me at Burger King is when I got fries, and it's like the one onion ring. You're like, where did this come from? All right, secret onion ring. It's like a bonus. I would do that all day long. I would just be spreading joy to everybody.